got something positive to say about me. You only say negative stuff about me. And I'm like, I ain't do nothing to you. No.
Kid's got a sore arm
Yes.
because he's working too hard. The hell out of here.
Working against who?
I am with the star of the game. In fact, Shedeur, you said to us yesterday, this was your preseason Super Bowl. Did you bring home the trophy?
We definitely had a win today. We definitely had a win. I'm thankful for the opportunity. I'm excited for it. I don't feel like, I took full advantage of the opportunity, but, it's something to work on, something to learn from.
Okay, we can
Y'all just think Shedeur and his daddy's money. That's what it is. And hey, man, after a phenomenal performance from Shedeur Sanders, starting off the preseason the right way against some ones and some twos, but, he did play against some ones. Shedeur went ahead and went straight up on his ops. I mean, really ran down on Mr. Tony Grossi. Let's hear about it.
Tony, I be hoping you be, hold on. Tony, I be hoping you got something positive to say about me. You only say negative stuff about me. And I'm like, I ain't do nothing to you. No. I ain't seen nothing positive that you ever said. I do something positive every day. What up, man? Come on, Tony. What I do to you, Tony?
What did we do? Yeah, man, very playful way to go ahead and get at Tony Grossi. Like let's really be honest here, right? Like, this isn't, he's not going over the top, he's not doing too much, but I do appreciate him going up, knowing how the media goes, knowing how he's handled things, knowing how professional he's done. And when you see things, just in case you don't know, when you see things like this,
he's got the fewest reps in camp and he's got a sore arm. Why? Well, people say he throws a lot before practice and after practice. Well, how counterproductive is that?
I'm sure there's a method to the madness.
What is it?
He's trying to get his arm right, Tone. I'm sure he's probably practiced more now than he has at any point in his collegiate
obviously
career.
it was counterproductive because he's got a sore arm.
Okay, so you're using that as a negative against the kid?
I don't understand.
Jesus, God, would you give him a chance?
Well,
my God,
here's the
because his
thing.
arm's sore?
Yeah.
What, that's a negative, that the kid's got a sore arm?
Yes.
He's working too hard?
get the hell out of here. Out of here.
You got an agenda with that. You're gonna, that's gonna bite you in the ass.
And I think it did. I think it bit a few people, right? I think it bit a few people. So I want to speak up. We got some more Tony Grossi clips. But before I get into it, just off those two first clips, man, has Shedeur Sanders not handled basically every single situation the right way? Right? Y'all tried to take that video and say it's his entourage, it's his posse. But because y'all don't watch football, y'all don't know that teammates walk together. Y'all don't know that his teammate, Tony Brown, was the one with the scythe. I don't know why Tony Brown had a scythe. He did have a pick. Shout out Tony Brown. His teammates was holding the boombox. Now, I'm sure he put the song on or put the song request. I'm not denying that. But to say like what he can't listen to, they clearly the teammates clearly support it. See, that's again, y'all don't watch football. If I would have saw that, I'm sorry, my wrist it's just been sorry, it just pops up sometimes. Y'all ain't played no sports, so y'all don't know how much the locker room has to like you for them to let you play your music out loud. But y'all just think Shedeur and his daddy's money. That's what it is, and he just bullying everybody. No, the locker room loves him. Y'all try to do that didn't work. Tony Grossi's been saying slick stuff for the last few months. Dylan Gabriel, the supercomputer. Sorry, he didn't say supercomputer, but super processor. Above the head, the Browns think he's a first-round pick. He can't even stay healthy to get to the first preseason game. No, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it, Tony Grossi, right? Because if you don't want people pulling up on you like this, right, maybe how about we just keep it fair? Tony, where are the videos of you saying, hey, Dylan Gabriel, he's a third-round pick? He's not a blue chip guy. And now you got hamstring problems. Your little hammy. Again, this is not me saying. This is Tony Grossi saying it. This is Tony Grossi saying it. Right? Your little hammies is hurt, right? That's what Tony Grossi theoretically said. I didn't see that. I didn't see you say that, Tony. I didn't see you find Dylan Gabriel and penalize him and Kenny Pickett for having hamstring soreness. Or better yet, how about we talk about the trainers or the coaches or whoever's allowing the same quarterback group to injure the same body group. I'm not saying it's their fault, but I'm just saying, like, there's a lot more. I mean, if we're going to keep it even, if it's Shedeur's fault and we're holding against him for arm soreness, man, how are you a 3rd round pick and you ain't on the field? You over here looking up with Mr. Yeah, y'all know what they say about him. I ain't even got to get into it. Y'all know it. Hey, buddy. Hey, you're never putting the Browns uniform back on. I'm sorry about it. I'm sorry to tell you that. Hey, you might have a chance. You might have a chance, big dog. Before we go too deep into it, because I do want to get into some more context with the stats. I want to give some people some credit, right? You know what I'm saying? When I say things like, hey, you know what I'm saying? He's getting love from everybody. He's getting Myles Garrett and David Njoku. You know what I'm saying? Supporting their guy. So supporting the guy in the locker room, the young buck out there. Like, yo, like I don't know what we. I'm sorry, Shedeur haters, and maybe, hey, look, and I want y'all to know, y'all know me, I'm unbiased. So when the next week, when the next week comes up, and maybe let's say he's, let's say he struggles, right? Let's say he struggles. I'm gonna be fair. I'm gonna say, hey, look, good game there, bad game here, but I need it to be known, right, that y'all talked about him like he couldn't play. God dang, like he couldn't play the game of football. Like he didn't know he was going. Like he was entitled.
I would say I've been able to sleep good at night, you know, knowing I was playing. I didn't know I was playing to, I don't know, one of the days that was close. and then you know, I just prepared as normal. But it was definitely that switch and it kicked in. And when you out there on the field, it just is different. Like, you understand, ball's ball. You know, but ball never been a problem for me. It's, you know, whatever optics or whatever everybody makes up after outside the game. But in the game, y'all kind of know who I am.
That's been my point. I think Shedeur makes it better than me. Hey, if y'all gonna critique ball, go ahead and do it. Y'all gonna have a hard time doing it without some deep knowledge. But interesting little tidbit. Again, when we talk about, you know, people being entitled, people having problems, X, Y, Z. Here's Spencer German. While everyone is gushing over Shedeur Sanders' performance tonight, he just told at Kinka Badwa, I think he was during an interview, that he didn't do what he was supposed to do. Right? He's been his toughest critic since he arrived in Cleveland, already thinking about how he can be better. Shout out Daryl Ritter. This is the dude who called out Dylan Gabriel for not being an NFL quarterback. So, hey, he's a Cleveland guy, so I think he knows what he's talking about. He says, well, caught that too, but please tell me more about how he's so entitled. These narrative people throw out there are beyond uninformed. I don't know, man. So, again, going over some stats, Shedeur did have 9 drives, including 3 touchdown drives that he led. And we already did the video, but again, there were some times where he looked good, sometimes where he looked like a rookie, right? There were some bad overthrows. I was like, I think the settling, quote unquote, needs to be that understanding, hey, how we need to time it on throws. But then other times I was just like, okay, well, there's Shedeur. And I think people are gonna kind of gloss past it. I think the biggest thing, forget about the touchdowns. I knew he could put the ball. Ain't nothing new to me. Y'all go watch go have fun. Hey, y'all go see Colorado. What's it called? Go search Google Analytics. You're gonna see so many people searching up Colorado Shedeur Sanders film. Like, wait, what did we miss? Like, what did we miss? Because I've been seeing that. The thing that, because I was actually skeptical, because I was the athleticism translation, right? The fact that he was able to not just scramble. He got a 10-yard run. He was out there dancing around looking like BYU, which is a bad thing. He needs to get that ball off. That's terrible. But the fact that he, like, okay, it's like a good little experiment. Okay, he got enough to do it. Now stop, because you ain't Caleb Williams. Let's step up. Let's move if we got to move. But let's not be out there pirouetting for the love of the game. So we didn't like that. But other than that, man, the ball skills, we knew what that was. He settled in, got so comfy. When he was comfy, like a lot of people have been pointing out, it wasn't that he was just there and present. The comfortability was a whole nother level. The pocket presence just improved and improved and improved. Again, no drifting. That's what we've been monitoring that, and that's what we saw good in training camp. He's been stepping up. Real deal football. What he do? Step up in that pocket, right? Now, here we go. I do want to go over a few things. So some other Shedeur Sanders stats beyond the box score. So the adjusted completion percentage is 70.8%. Not bad. Again, basic offenses versus basic defenses, yada, yada. He wanted to get some of the ones on the Carolina side. And then obviously as the game went on, because he played deep into the third, he played, against the less and less strings there. Average time to throw 3:39. I thought this was a very long time. So someone in the comments going to correct me. I think somebody, when I was looking through the comments, that does seem like a very high time. There were some clean pockets. It was like live or die. It was either super clean or they would send some crazy blitzes at him, and then now he's got to have to process. So I think he got a fair share of clean pockets, and then also, all right, boom, what are you gonna do? Like even his second touchdown, that was a blitz. He was hot. He had to step up, step to the right really, and then go ahead and deliver a ball. So great to see that. But again, that's something you're not gonna expect all the time against one defense at 339. Average time to throw. Like to see him get that ball out a lot more. Yak percentage is 35.1%. So this is more calculation. How good is he at allowing his receiver to go ahead and make more yards, right? And then dropbacks under pressure, 11 of his 29. Dropbacks with with pressure under 2.5 seconds, 7 out of the 11 pressure dropbacks. So I mean, a lot of clean stuff. Lot of clean stuff. 4 for 8. He went 50% under pressure, 79 yards, and both of his touchdowns were both against the blitz, as you can see. Shedeur was just asked about how sharp he looked once he settled into the game. He scoffed and said he didn't think he was sharp. Said he made too many mistakes and needs to keep working. I'm not sure what NFL GMs didn't like about this kid, but he's been obsessed with achieving, and basically says ever since he's gotten here, man. I gotta be honest with you, it's a great thing. It's a great thing to see him really come out and address these people, right? People like Tony Grossi, right, who were saying nasty things, awful things like that, and just to go back, right, and just to see how his night went, right? Seems like Tony Grossi is becoming a Shedeur guy, because this is the only I saw he tweeted out first, and then a little bit at 1:00 in the morning. Hey, 1:00 in the morning. Guess what was on Tony? I think he did it. Hey, Shedeur Sanders pulled up on Tony Grossi and turned him from a hater to a fan, man. To a fan. He said, "I'm getting in your grizzly, and I'm gonna turn you into a fan, son." Bottom line on Shedeur Sanders' impressive debut, he put the pressure on quarterback 2, Kenny Pickett, and quarterback 3, Dylan Gabriel, to get healthy and perform next week. Tony Grossi moving a little different. It's different when he come put them paws on you, huh? He came talk to you, man, and look you in the eye. Sat down with you and said, stood up with you and said, what's good, Tony? It's all love, Big T. The Big Gross. We should be here like the Big Riz. What's going on? Rizzo mess with me. Hey, Rizzo a part of the 12 Brigade. He be sticking his wrist up. I'm sorry, this is a Timex. This thing is not this is not an APZ. It's not very comfortable easy. Golly. You know what I'm saying? Like, why not join your partner in crime on Cleveland radio and just support the greatness that is 12? What's going on, man? But here it is. I think he's starting to see the light. And, I think it started here. Day 8 recap when he had to have that bad day. Because I want y'all to remember that he was big. A big Gabriel guy. This is what he had to say.
Hey, everybody. Tony Grossi with our Cleveland Browns training camp report. As always,
all right, let's get to it.
Kenny Pickett returning
let's get to it.
to practice after missing 3 practices with a hamstring injury. He participated in one-on-one drills, but that was it. No team drills. It appears that he's on track to be able to practice when the team goes to Carolina next week. We'll see. We have 2 practices before then. Best day probably of the camp for Joe Flacco. Got to the end zone for the first 2 times this summer. One of them was on 7-7, but another one was on team 11-on-11. Not a great day to say the least, for Dylan Gabriel. Probably had the most reps with the number 1 team. We had him at 3 of 14.
Look, I'm not a part of the whole he was set up for failure. That's not me. I don't think so. Right? I do think the Browns were hoping that he didn't look good. I do think that. I don't think they're setting up for failure. I genuinely think Dylan Gabriel and Kenny Pickett were hurt. And I think this is how they messed up. I think they just value Kenny Pickett and Dylan Gabriel more, right? Because they're resting their starters anyway, right? So in their head, oh, well, this is a great excuse to give, Dylan Gabriel a little rest, give Kenny Pickett a little rest. Let's throw Shedeur to the Wolves. I do believe that. I don't believe they're setting up for failure because worst case scenario, they have a good quarterback. So it's not, you know what I'm saying? Like it's a win-win situation. It's a 5th round pick, in real life, right? So I do want to point out the importance of Kenny Pickett getting reps with the ones against the ones. And Shedeur, who is at this point, besides Tyler Huntley, and he barely, come on, man. He's just getting it. Give Snoop some time. And it's going to get crazy with Tyler Huntley. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. I don't say he set up for failure, but I do want to point out the significance of that. And when he comes out and plays, which he better play, and even worse, if he misses 2 games with a hamstring injury, Tony, I bet Tony.
Lots of incompletions and a disputed interception. It was ruled an interception. Replay might have overturned. Regardless, tough day for Dylan Gabriel.
Man, it's an interception,
didn't get
man.
as many reps as the other two. Was 7 of 10 with a touchdown in the 7-on-7 period. Also, news today was Kevin Stefanski.
Oh yeah, nah. He pushed right past that. But here he was the day of Friday. So this is 11 a.m. So I want y'all to see there is an evolution, but I think he's coming over. Here's Tony Grossi the morning of.
I think Shedeur's going to play like 50, if they have 50 plays. If he's able to get some first downs, yeah, he's going to get a lot of snaps. Now, they won't all be passes, of course, and there'll be a lot of runs. But there'll be a plenty of body of work there to make a reasonable judgment on. Now, I know it's just his first game, so you can't overreact to anything. But I think, again, I'll say he has more to gain from this than to lose.
More to gain. So that was kind of like a sideways comment, little sideways comment there from Tony Grossi. But I think we're changing his narrative around. You know what I'm saying? Shedeur just had to come put the paws on you, look you in the eye, right? Look you in the eye like a real man and see what's happening. So, but all good. So that's what we got today. Another video coming up, recouping the whole night, recapping everything, and get some Jimmy Horn situation in there too. Shout out to Jimmy. But hey, I really appreciate y'all rocking. I appreciate y'all coming and support the live. Please like the video if you like it, dislike if you don't like it. Comment down below what y'all think Shedeur finna do next week, man. What's next for 12? More greatness, more legendariness, tissitiesness. But other than that, man, continue to be great, continue to be phenomenal. Appreciate you rocking with me. We'll see you next time. Peace.